Chef Renee here, and today we're going to make shrimp macaroni and cheese. Cheesy shrimp macaroni and cheese. Let's get started. First we're gonna go with some medium shell noodles. I'm just gonna put some in the pot. I don't know how much I'm doing, half a bag. Okay, let's get this in here. Noodles in, make sure you stir. I did not add any oil. I used to always add oil, but then I found out later on that you don't really need to add oil. But one thing I do that a lot of cooks don't do, a lot of chefs don't do, they don't rinse their macaroni. They don't rinse their pasta. I rinse all my pasta. I do not like unrinsed pasta. Not know about it. So we're gonna let this is half the pack. This is 8 ounces. So we're gonna let this come to a boil for about 7 minutes. I have mild cheese, I have pepper jack cheese. I just took whatever was in the refrigerator. That's what we're using. We have our flour here. We have evaporated milk. We have our butter. Evaporated milk, our flour, our Alfredo sauce. Yes, I'm gonna put Alfredo sauce in here. And if you've never had Alfredo sauce in your macaroni and cheese, you're missing a treat. You are missing a treat. So I'm gonna start off by just slicing this up, because what I'm gonna do is I'm going to melt some of this cheese, not all of it, but I'm gonna melt some because I want some to go on top. So just slice up your cheese. Okay, we have some mild sliced cheddar. And that's it. So we're gonna get back over here to the stove. I'm gonna go over here and do a quick check on the pasta. And remember, always salt your water. I can't stress that enough, salt your water. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the shrimp ready. Here's our shrimp. Only thing I'm gonna do now is gonna take some paper towels and I'm gonna dry them really good. And then I'm gonna put some butter in the pan and I'm going to saute the shrimp, take them out, and get everything ready. I've watched a lot of macaroni and cheese videos, and I've looked at the comments, and most of the ones I've watched, they did not rinse the pasta. Well, now they say they make them where you don't have to rinse them, but I had a bad experience many years ago when I was in high school, and I was in charge of the macaroni salad, and I did not rinse the pasta, and I was never asked to make the macaroni salad again. So no, always rinse your pasta and rinse it in cold water, and what that does is that stops the cooking process. Some people say put your noodles or your pasta, whatever you're using, in cold water and add ice to the water to stop it. You can do that, but I don't. I'm just using just cold water, and that's gonna stop the process. And then you want to get them drained as much as possible. You want to get as much of this water out of your noodles as possible. And another thing you can do when you're doing this step, but you want to wait till the noodles get just about drained. See that? What you want to do is wait till they get just about dry, and then you want to add some oil. Just add a little bit of oil, and that keeps them from sticking, keeps them from clumping together. So I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna add some paper towels to help with the drying process. Now you do it how you do it. Because like I said, everybody has their own way, their own method. This is my method. There's no right method, there's no wrong method. It's your method. Your macaroni, your dish, your kitchen. So you want to get your shrimp sauteed. And try not to use the little tiny shrimp. You want to use something a little bit bigger. Preferably 16/20s. That's my shrimp of choice, 16/20s. Once I get these sauteed up nice, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these in the bottom of the baking pan. As everybody knows who watches me, I'm getting ready for surgery in the next 3.5 weeks. And I can't be on my feet for a long period of time, but I'm still gonna be making my YouTube videos until I cannot make them anymore. You don't have to use eggs. You can skip that process, but you can use them. Okay, we're gonna put the shrimp in the bottom of the pan, the baking dish rather. And you use as many as you like. You might like a lot, you might like a little, but you use as many as you like. It's still gonna be your macaroni and cheese with shrimp, your seafood macaroni and cheese. And we're gonna keep this sauce in here, and we're gonna make our roux with what's left over. But I think that this is plenty for this dish. And this dish should serve approximately 6 to 8 people. So we're gonna add our flour. You should always make your roux well in advance. Do not wait till the day you're making that dish to make that roux. You can make your roux and put it in the freezer. There's a chef on YouTube by the name of Charlie Anderson. Charlie Anderson is my go-to on YouTube, especially when it comes to Southern style cooking, because he's from Louisiana and so is my grandmother. But always make your roux well ahead of time. Charlie has a wonderful roux recipe, and I think I made a video on that roux recipe. The personal chef Renee, yeah, I think I made a video on his roux recipe. It took me 40 minutes to make that roux, and I put them in mason jars when I finished. And after everything cooled down, I put them in the freezer. 2 weeks later, it was the holidays, and it was time to make the gumbo. Guess whose roux was ready? I didn't have to worry about burning it. I didn't have to worry about none of that. It was already ready to go. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna add a little bit more butter. So now this ended up being a whole stick of butter. But that's fine because we was gonna do that anyway. If you have not got you some good pots, go to Costco, Kirkland brand pots. These pots are under $200, and I believe they would cost me like about $155 to $160 out the door. These are some good non-stick pots. Really good. These are the best pots ever. And I wish I was doing a commercial for them so they could give them to me for free. And I'm just letting you guys know, if you're looking for some good pots, Kirkland, non-stick. Now I'm going to add the cheese. And remember, whatever you have in your refrigerator that you can use to make a macaroni and cheese, that's what you use. You do not have to run out and go buy everything. Just use what you got. You do not want this to cook too fast. Now let's add our pasta shells. Now this is 8 ounces of cooked pasta shell. It only took literally a few minutes, everybody, to melt this cheese. Get this cheese sauce going. Taste as you go. Remember, cheese is full of sodium. So you don't want to add too much sodium to your dish. That's what you don't want to do. The cheese has salt. The butter has salt. Don't add too much. Just got a little bit of noodles left in here. And this is super, super creamy. Tell me that ain't creamy. Tell me that is not creamy. Look at that. That is super, super creamy. And I'm not gonna put any eggs in this macaroni. None at all. That is super creamy. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to add our sauce to these lovely shrimp. Always protect your countertop, especially if it's not real granite. And I don't think this is real granite. But always protect your countertop. Do is put this in the oven so that you can get that nice char. And now I'm not even gonna say a char, but you guys know what I'm talking about when you're doing that macaroni and cheese. The way you want it to look on top. I don't even have, normally when I do macaroni and cheese, I'm always putting foil over the top of it. This does not need foil. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some shredded cheese or some sliced cheese on top of this. And then we're just gonna put it in the oven and just let it cook up and let it do what it does. I think this is so pretty. That could be just me, y'all. I am a little biased. And I could add some more shrimp to the top of it. And then if I do that, what'll happen is that shrimp will just cook into the macaroni. Now you see this? Okay, let's do this. Let's make it really, really pretty. So I've already incorporated the shrimp into the macaroni. And also, y'all, we're gonna have some catfish with this, and we got some panko. We're gonna have some panko butterfly prawns with this. And whatever shrimp I have left over, I'm just gonna saute those in a little butter and garlic, and I'm gonna set that to the side. So whoever wants more, they'll have more. Now y'all tell me that ain't pretty. Y'all tell me that ain't pretty. Now, some people don't like to use shredded cheese. This cheese is already shredded from the store. I used to be that person. I'm not that person anymore. Anything that's gonna make my life that much easier, that's what I'm gonna use. So you just add that cheese to the top. And this is gonna give you what you're looking for. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got it going into the oven, and we'll be back in 30 minutes to check on this. I'll be back. This is our seafood macaroni and cheese. Creamy, ooey, gooey goodness. I'm just gonna take a spoonful. Let's get a spoonful. Let's see how this came out. This really came out. And you can see all the shrimp that are on the top. And this is full of shrimp. This is what you want it to look like. See that? Now let's see what it tastes like. This is so good. The only seasoning salt I put in here was my Tony Satchers. That was it. I did not put any other sodium in here because remember, the shrimp already has sodium. All the cheeses, they have sodium. The Alfredo sauce has sodium. The butter has sodium. Do not be heavy-handed on the sodium. Make sure you taste as you go, taste as you go, taste as you go. Okay, guys. Next video, catfish. We're getting ready to fry up some catfish to go with this macaroni and cheese. I will see you on the next video. Thank you. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and share.